There's the whistle, and here we go. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, Peter, it would have to be the highly rated Dean Howson. The perfect blend of total football and tiki-taka. I like the front-footed approach he takes to defending. It's very effective, pushing people back by almost joining in central midfield himself. And, you know, he has a real air of authority about it now as he matures through the game.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim. Oh, he's found support out wide. Counts. He is through here. Kante defending his corner stubbornly. Stood up very well to his man. Now it's Villa. Good pressure, determined, intense. He's had it taken off him. Can he get on the end of this? No, it's Scholes. To cut it out.
Well, it seems as if the message has been issued by both managers. Don't concede the opener.
He was quick to react. Xavi Alonso. Now it's Villa. And it's Totti. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Chiellini did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. He has found a way through. Diaz gets his head on it! Decent attempt, but not quite good enough. Liverpool do seem to have a very clear game plan here, Jim.
Yeah, they're set up to play those long balls from deep, Peter. The front men have certainly been busy making the runs beyond that defence.
Well, it's a tried and tested formula, okay, but very demanding too.
Well, you need your boys up front to work extremely hard, and you need to get the passing right as well, of course.
And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
He's going to have to tune his rangefinder before the next one. Now it's Villa.
It's alert and sharp and very well played.
Good defending there. They've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. And that looks a decent ball. That's a David Villa! Denied by an instinctive save.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And we have our very first corner. Scores! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Scores. Beat the keeper.
Referee says that that is that for the first time. Generally speaking, an entertaining half. Lack of goals a notable thing, but that's not to say it hasn't been very watchable. Gets us going once more.
Nepal really are going to need to improve in a hurry if they don't want to fall behind here, upping the intensity and the tempo.
And a chance! Oh, split-second reaction.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Corner number 2 then. Manchester Cunha!
What a bad try by any means. Yeah, it's good movement though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards. Santos have turned up with a human blockade. This is top defence.
It's a sharp little ball here. And the shot!
Well, whenever he reminds us of his wondrous skill set, it's usually something very memorable or even unforgettable. We'll certainly remember that one.
Terrific goal. What a super sharp finish.
Oh, what a touch. I mean, how good was that? Poetry in motion.
Scholes is there and he can get that clear. Now then, the ball's come loose. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Drogba looking to shake off some unwanted attention.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Nepal clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
That is a little undercooked. Well, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Knocks it into space. He's having a shot! Goal! Santos! And they've got their lead back.
Well, I think it's pretty obvious, Peter, that this emphasises the importance of having willing runners who want to go behind that defence. One good ball, and they're in.
Number 21. Santos leading now.
Yeah, all their effort pays off in the end. It just took that extra bit of dynamism to get them the goal they craved.
He's found a way through. Shapes to shoot! And he's stuck it away. And there's the goal they've been looking for. And that really is so impressive.
Yeah, and having the trust to get there is one thing. Having the composure to score is another.
Number 22, Raul. Coming on the field is number 15, Gerard.
So here comes the substitution. Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
That has been cut short. Saka. And he's got the beating of his man. Good read, needed to be.
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
Saka. Now that's well seen too.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
No, that was never going to make it. Drogba. Looking for options for movement. Xavi Alonso. Haaland. He might be in here. He can run onto that. And he shoots! Oh, that's fabulous! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! And they are tearing. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. A tale of two teams, one irresistible, unstoppable, the other fragile and seemingly clueless. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Natal desperately failing to impose themselves on the game. Decidedly flat, disjointed in so many areas on the pitch, and you're never going to win like that.
Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you.
그래가지고
Well, these are desperate times. This is a critical fight for survival. They simply must avoid defeat. The mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. And that gets things running.
Well, Peter, I reckon Dragan Stojkovic will be important here.
He's not the biggest necessarily, Tim, I suppose, but he is a multi-dimensional player.
Yeah, I think he'll have a busy time going past opponents. I think he has great ability to play anywhere across the front line and deliver key passes at the right moments. So that makes him stand out.
His tendency is, of course, as his coaches have said, to keep things simple. He's rising!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks. It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Linton, and this is Eto. No, that was never going to make it. Marquinhos. And it's De Bruyne. Mohamed Salah. Chance for a shot! Goal! Barcelona! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up chipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Liverpool finding themselves unexpected. He's having a pop! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the bill, that.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
And he's intervened well there.
Nepal really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
It's Eto! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Well, you get a sense, Peter, that he could almost get to anything today.
Played it back. Searching pass he's played there. De Bruyne. Looking for the run. Shot could be on. Can he finish? And it's in! They are purring, truly purring. That is so good, such sharp skills and such a delicious finish.
That's what he lives for, Peter. Not a lot more to add.
Barcelona are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
Well, that's a real psychological weight off the shoulders, I think. It's a very different game now at 2 up.
Played back into the centre. Great vision. Played through for the wide man. Counts. He's picked his way through. And he lines up a cross. The keeper gets his hands on it. Now it's Stojkovic. Now it's Stojkovic. Cannavaro does really well to win the ball there. Stojkovic for Linton, looking for options for movement. He is through here, and he welcomes it in. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. But it had to be.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many.
Oh, he's all along. Shapes to... Oh, it's hit the post. Oh, and that is a thrilling end to the first 45. How would you review the first half?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
So that was the first half, and we will be back with the second half shortly. Is the first touch of the second half.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
De Bruyne, and this is Mohamed Salah. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And it's De Bruyne. Oh, he's onto this. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
He made it look a bit predictable.
That was good alertness. And here's Count. Count unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Now it's De Bruyne. Nicely weighted ball. Linton, that is ended up in no man's land. Oh, nicely intercepted. Rijkaard. Raul. Stojkovic. Now there's a Mohamed Salah! Relentless! Just relentless! And they are disappearing out of sight. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get pressed from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
Coming on the field is
Barcelona find a position of real strength now. And this is Mohamed Salah. Mohamed Salah! Nepal perhaps contemplating their next change here. He's having a shot! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Not the most accurate pass. Now it's Drogba. And smartly reclaimed. Marquinhos spots it and intercepts. Gerrard. And it's Stojkovic. And it's Soboslai. Oh, that's fabulous. Plenty to aim at. Takes a shot! And with the goal at his mercy, a dreadful miss.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
coming on to replace him is number 11, Neymar.
Great defending, strong and determined. Looking to play him in. He's got away. So much time and space here. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And here's Mohamed. It's Salah! And that has forced the very best out of the keeper.
Substitution in progress.
A moment to try and place the cherry on the cake.
Wants to go back, and he was alert to it. And now a sudden chance to counter.
Has been indicated.
That's been cut out, well played. Keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that simple. Raul. That's the end. The Pool have very little in the way of excuses here, simply having no answer to a display that was stunning, scintillating. There was to be only one outcome.
And now,
So
I'd
what do you
just
take
like to
away
read
from it
out
all,
our
Jim?
fan club
Well,
members
Peter,
who are
I
celebrating
really
their
couldn't
birthdays
see what
today.
this team was trying to achieve, whether it's the manager's message not getting through or not having the right players in the right positions. It all looked a bit lost.
My thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you.